Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Exchange thoughts. Talk with. We often talk business. Use language. The baby talks already. An exchange of ideas via conversation. Let's have more work and less talk around here. Express in speech. She talks a lot of nonsense. Deliver a lecture or talk. She will talk at Rutgers next week. Reveal information. If you don't oblige me, I'll talk. A speech that is open to the public. Idle gossip or rumor. There has been talk about you lately. Divulge confidential information or secrets. Be careful, his secretary talks. Discussion. Talk about as a less formal alternative for discussion of. His poetry contains much talk about love and anger. The act of giving a talk to an audience. I attended an interesting talk on local history. Exchange thoughts. Talk with. Use language. The prisoner won't speak. Give a speech to. Express in speech. Make a characteristic or natural sound. An exchange of ideas via conversation. Express in speech. The opening through which food is taken in and vocalizations emerge. He stuffed his mouth with candy. A spokesperson, as a lawyer. An impudent or insolent rejoinder. An opening that resembles a mouth, as of a cave or a gorge. He rode into the mouth of the canyon. A person conceived as a consumer of food. He has 4 mouths to feed. Articulate silently. Form words with the lips only. She mouthed a swear word. The externally visible part of the oral cavity on the face and the system of organs surrounding the opening. She wiped lipstick from her mouth. The opening of a jar or bottle. The jar had a wide mouth. The point where a stream issues into a larger body of water. New York is at the mouth of the Hudson. Touch with the mouth. Without qualification. Used informally as, often pejorative, intensifiers. Utter nonsense. Articulate. Either verbally or with a cry, shout, or noise. He uttered a curse. Complete and absolute. Utter seriousness. Express in speech. Express audibly. Utter sounds, not necessarily words. He uttered strange sounds that nobody could understand. Put into circulation. Utter counterfeit currency. Articulate. Either verbally or with a cry, shout, or noise. Express in speech. Be verbose. Convert into a verb. Articulate. Either verbally or with a cry, shout, or noise. Express in speech. This depressed patient does not verbalize. Be verbose. This lawyer verbalizes and is rather tedious. Convert into a verb. Many English nouns have become verbalized. Censure severely or angrily. teaching by giving a discourse on some subject, typically to a class. Deliver a lecture or talk. Did you ever lecture at Harvard? A speech that is open to the public. He attended a lecture on telecommunications. A lengthy rebuke. A good lecture was my father's idea of discipline. Flow, run or fall out and become lost. The milk spilled across the floor. Pour out in drops or small quantities or as if in drops or small quantities. Spill blood. The act of allowing a fluid to escape. Cause or allow, a solid substance, to flow or run out or over. Spill the beans all over the table. Reveal information. The former employee spilled all the details. A sudden drop from an upright position. He had a nasty spill on the ice. A channel that carries excess water over or around a dam or other obstruction. Cause or allow, a liquid substance, to run or flow from a container. Spill the milk. Liquid that is spilled. Clean up the spills. Reduce the pressure of wind on a sail. A speech that is open to the public. Idle gossip or rumor. To talk foolishly. The two women babbled and crooned at the baby. Flow in an irregular current with a bubbling noise. Gibberish resembling the sounds of a baby. Divulge confidential information or secrets. Utter meaningless sounds, like a baby, or utter in an incoherent way. Divulge confidential information or secrets. Speak about unimportant matters, rapidly and incessantly. Divulge confidential information or secrets. Divulge confidential information or secrets. Divulge confidential information or secrets. A very attractive or seductive-looking woman. A shade of pink tinged with yellow. Cultivated in temperate regions. Divulge confidential information or secrets. Downy juicy fruit with sweet yellowish or whitish flesh. Make a whining, ringing, or whistling sound. The kettle was singing. Divulge confidential information or secrets. Deliver by singing. Produce tones with the voice. She was singing while she was cooking. To make melodious sounds. The nightingale was singing. Divulge confidential information or secrets. Disclosing information or giving evidence about another. Speak about unimportant matters, rapidly and incessantly. Divulge confidential information or secrets. Transmit thoughts or feelings. Be interconnected, afford passage. These rooms intercommunicate. Transmit thoughts or feelings. He communicated his anxieties to the psychiatrist. Transmit information. Please communicate this message to all employees. Receive communion, in the Catholic Church. Transfer to another. Communicate a disease. Administer communion, in church. Be in verbal contact. Interchange information or ideas. He and his sons haven't communicated for years. Join or connect. The rooms communicated. The use of speech for informal exchange of views or ideas or information, etc. Commit to memory. Learn by heart. Impart skills or knowledge to. Get to know or become aware of, usually accidentally. I learned that she has 2 grown-up children. Find out, learn, or determine with certainty, usually by making an inquiry or other effort. Gain knowledge or skills. She learned dancing from her sister. Be a student of a certain subject. Impart skills or knowledge to. An English pirate who operated in the Caribbean and off the Atlantic coast of North America, died in 1718. Accustom gradually to some action or attitude. Impart skills or knowledge to. He instructed me in building a boat. Make aware of. Give instructions or directions for some task. She instructed the students to work on their pronunciation. Give instructions to or direct somebody to do something with authority. Give evidence. He was telling on all his former colleague. Narrate or give a detailed account of. Inform positively and with certainty and confidence. I tell you that man is a crook. Express in words. Tell me what is bothering you. A Swiss patriot who lived in the early 14th century and who was renowned for his skill as an archer. According to legend, an Austrian governor compelled him to shoot an apple from his son's head with his crossbow, which he did successfully without mishap. Mark as different. Discern or comprehend. He could tell that she was unhappy. Let something be known. Language, communication by word of mouth. His speech was garbled. The mental faculty or power of vocal communication. The act of delivering a formal spoken communication to an audience. Words making up the dialogue of a play. The actor forgot his speech. A lengthy rebuke. Your characteristic style or manner of expressing yourself orally. Her speech was barren of southernisms. Something spoken. He could hear them uttering merry speeches. The exchange of spoken words. They were perfectly comfortable together without speech. Put an address on an envelope. Social skill. Give a speech to. The chairman addressed the board of trustees. Written directions for finding some location, written on letters or packages that are to be delivered to that location. Speak to someone. Computer science. The code that identifies where a piece of information is stored. Speak to. He addressed the crowd outside the window. The act of delivering a formal spoken communication to an audience. He listened to an address on minor Roman poets. Greet, as with a prescribed form, title, or name. He always addresses me with, Sir. Act on verbally or in some form of artistic expression. Access or locate by address. Address or apply oneself to something, direct one's efforts towards something, such as a question. Adjust and aim, a golf ball, at in preparation of hitting. A sign in front of a house or business carrying the conventional form by which its location is described. Direct a question at someone. The manner of speaking to another individual. He failed in his manner of address to the captain. The place where a person or organization can be found or communicated with. The stance assumed by a golfer in preparation for hitting a golf ball. A report, often malicious, about the behavior of other people. Provide interlinear explanations for words or phrases. Make or write a comment on. He commented the paper of his colleague. A report, often malicious, about the behavior of other people. A statement that expresses a personal opinion or belief or adds information. From time to time she contributed a personal comment on his account. A written explanation or criticism or illustration that is added to a book or other textual material. He wrote an extended comment on the proposal. Explain or interpret something.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.